I think that it's important that to know that precisely the winter solstice who is coming soon have a beautiful foundation, especially in this area where I studied with my teacher, Don Vicente Martin. Uh, uh, this is just a sample of the codex, the Mayan codex. It's called the Trocortesian Codex. It's in Madrid, Spain, and it's one of the four originals who existed, and they were sent before Fray Diego de Landa burned them in 1564 in Mani. So this is a beautiful book we studied for many years, and this is precisely the focus and the foundation that I'm going to speak about the dates of the winter solstice. It's very important to understand that we have many ways to understand the Mayan culture, but we need always a foundation. We need the science in complement of the art, the philosophy, and spirituality. We cannot separate it. They are like the oneness. We are physical, but we are artists, and we are philosophers, and we are priests and priestesses. So when I was studying this for this special date, I want you to see this special photo. This photo you see here shows a Mayan astronomer, and see the third eye, this premonitory thing, is looking through a crystal, looking to the west in the moment of an astronomical location. And here there is another one who is sitting and with another crystal is looking to another astronomical position. But there are different things important. Here the symbol is the circle and the dot that represents Hunabku. Hunabku, the Lord who represents the measurement and movement in the universe. Hunabku is the one who lives in your eyes. That's why the people said the eyes are the windows of the soul. You have one Hunabku in your right eye and the other Hunabku in your left eye. You have father and mother. And that's why this astronomer has the foundation of that astronomical observation of the winter solstice, giving us the great possibility to understand that everything is connected with the circle. In our ceremonies, in our meditations, always the teachers, the priests and priestesses suggested to us to do a circle because that is the representation of the infinite. And at the same time, the beautiful gift that is coming back and as people working more with the chakras, the activation of the chakras, which is precisely the third eye. We need to reactivate our third eye in order to be able to use the crystals, in order to see what is behind the scene, what is behind the wall, and to be able, like the Mayans did in the past, to see, in another realms, in another dimensions, the connection with the cosmos. And this is why the Mayan calendar is so important. We need, again, to reconnect with the cosmos in order to make the foundation on Earth. So I think that the Mayans use it, as we see here, the energy of the cosmos. If you see this side, you see energy descending over the head, the entrances of the opening in the head of this astronomer, who is for me a lady, is a woman. So the Mayans represented this with the intention that we understand that we need to go in perfect order. We need to be scientists, we need to be artists, we need to be philosophers, and we need to be spiritual people. At the same time, these codexes manifested, the sacred phonetic, the sound that is involved, like in Hunabku. If you understand Hunabku, if you understand this symbol, who is chikin, when the sun descends, that is the meaning of chikin, then you understand that the Mayans are performing an astronomical location for the moment of the winter solstice. And then, in the other hand, to connect it with the equinoxes. This is very important for us to understand this moment because we are looking in one side certain things contrary of the development of the spirit, but at the same time we are in a way to reconnect strongly with these astronomical cosmic events. So this is why it's so important to connect again with the sacred meaning of the winter solstice, which is coming. Then I will show you another part of the codex, who is here, that is in the Ptero-Cartesian Codex. And precisely, one of the astronomers had a symbol, Ik. Ik is like a little bird. And around there are the 20 Mayan days. The 20 Mayan days who correspond to the weeks of 5 days. The Mayans represented the 20 days in weeks of 5 days, who correspond to precisely the sacred space, the sacred geometry in a human being. We have one hand 5, and the other hand another 5, and our feet, another 5 and 5. That is the 20, who represents symbolically, profoundly, a human being. We are 20. The Mayan said, you are 20. You are Winal. You are a small corn who is there to evolve spiritually, connected with the foundation of the science, looking in direction of the cosmos, but at the same time using the forces that you have on Mother Earth. And this is why these symbols go around this square, looking again the two astronomers in a certain ways, telling about the importance of the 20, the importance of these days, who represents precisely the symbol of the spirit. This is another interesting. I want you to see the connection. This is 1 week. Then that's another week. 10 is another week. It's 15. And the position of the day, with the 19th day, Ik, correspond to the 19th place between the 20, who marks exactly the day of the winter solstice. The day of the winter solstice is connected with the symbol IK, who sounds in Maya Ik. Ik. That is the symbol here. So this is Ik. Ik means a spirit. The symbol that is represented in Palenque, in the Maya land, in Chichen Itza, Uxmal, is like a T, because the T represented the transmission of the word, the sacred word. What does Ik means? Ik means the breath of God. Ik means the position when you speak, doing a ceremony, doing a meditation, that you have the power to open with your breath, with your words, and to call the spirits of the east, of the west, of the north, of the south. At the same time, is the power that you have to manifest the spirit. We are, finally, the sum of the human beings. The synthesis is that we are spirits. We came from the sun, like the Mayan said. We are Kinan. We are beings who came from the heart of the sun. And one day we all return, in a sparkle of light to that heart. So Ik is the manifestation of your inner spirit, who have the possibility to transmit to the others. In a beautiful idea, in the morning, the Mayas always said, that is the symbol of the hummingbird. The hummingbird represents the tenderness of the sun, the sunrise, when it's beautiful, the emotion to see the sun, the emotion to see the beautiful light in the sunrise. That is the representation of the hummingbird, the representation of love, the representation of the spirit within you. And then when the sun goes up in the center of the sky, that is the eagle who is represented, especially with the sense that you cannot see straight to the sun because it's too much light. And then in the moment of the descent, when we have the sunset, that bird is transformed in the jaguar, has the power to transform, these energies inside of Mother Earth. And the jaguar's eyes have precisely the gift to see into the darkness. So these three beautiful manifestations, the hummingbird in the morning, the in middle of the day, you know, then the eagle, and then in the sunset, the energy of the jaguar descended inside of the world, inside of the underworld, and then reappear the next day as a hummingbird. These is, metaphors are very important because without energy, we can reconnect it again. When we say in Maya, lakin is we are living a new sun, we are living a new energy. But this energy today is going to finish, is going to die today. In the moment of the sunset, when the sun goes inside of mother open, her womb, her hands, receiving the sun. And it's when the jaguar show up, walking inside of the underworld with his eyes that have the power to see into the darkness, who is not darkness in reality, is the symbol of the night. And that is precisely the symbol of the spirit who is connected with the feathers. So why the Native Americans wear feathers? Why the Mayans use it? Why the Incas? Why all the ancient tribes, civilizations, use the feathers? Because that is precisely the symbolism of the spirit. The spirit symbolically lives in the feathers. So we can call, in the direction, we can call the energies, we can bless, we can heal, we can let it go, as the spirit is free. If we can do this as a ritual in our ceremonies, and we can connect it with the 19-day Ik, who is precisely the symbol of the day connected with the day of the winter solstice in the Mayan calendar that we use here. What is then the next process? The next is to know which is the month. The month is the eighth month, Mol, Mool, and is represented here precisely, you know, is small. There are a lot of seeds around, but inside there is a little seed who is coming, in the moment when this phenomenon, astronomical moment, is the eighth month Mol with the 19-day Ik. That is the date who correspond to the winter solstice in the Maya land. And again, I repeat, is the eighth month Mol and connecting with the 19-day Ik. Look, this beautiful expression, and inside there is the time, the seeds, it's the time to collect them. As we live this year, how many good seeds are you going to recollect? How many aspects of yourself we need to be changed or we changed and now we are recollected? The positive side of this year are symbolically represented through the seeds. But something very important is inside of the symbol, mole, because it's the moment when we see this small seed who is there, the new beginning, the new time, the new rebirth that is represented in the winter solstice, precisely because the sun is far, in the northern hemisphere and gets small. It's like the idea of to shrink, from the northern hemisphere. It's like the sun is shrinking. It's small. That is the connection precisely with the birth of the one who we know as a great teacher, Jesus Christ. Is the Christmas. We celebrate the Christmas, but the Christmas is inside our heart. The seeds, the sacred seed that you have needs to birth or rebirth again in the winter solstice because you have your inner child. You have the moment when your hummingbird needs to become in the eagle and then needs to become in the jaguar to make your inner warrior grows. That is the great symbolism of Mol. You know, when you see, when you collected the seeds of the year and you see what is the result of that. And then you are able, with the help of the Spirit, who is Ik, to transform them and to prepare yourself for the rebirth who is coming. So this is the dates connected with the winter solstice. When we see far in the northern hemisphere, we see the small sun, the symbol of the hummingbird, the symbol of your inner child, the symbol of your inner Christ within you, who is there, you know, in your nest with your heart ready to birth. That is a great celebration that we know as the Christmas time, the rebirth of your inner Christ, the rebirth of this new seed who is connected with your Holy Spirit, who is connected with the symbol Ik. And that's why in this time, with all these astronomical events to come, we need to be ready. We need to cleanse. We need to heal precisely all these seeds that maybe they were not in the alignment with these very, very important and potent energies who are coming in the winter solstice that we'll talk in a moment. So this is why the symbol, the day, is represented too in the Maya with this. It's a woman who is seated, and over her head there is a like an owl, like a symbol of the bird, who is Ik. Why the Mayans choose this? Because this symbol, this bird, do an special sound. Is this bird is called kulte, kulte, who means in Maya honor the spirit. Be grateful with the spirit. Love, honor, and respect the spirit who is over your head. And precisely one of the great things of this bird, who still exists in our jungles, is that the mantra or the sound that this bird do is this. Ku na, God's house, means God's house. How you remember when a child is crying? Kuna, 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 kuna. So the Mayans related that this bird is sacred because he's telling, you know, God's house, kuna, kuna, kuna. And that's why this bird, who is like a small owl, you know, was the correct representation in the Mayan calendar, you know, with mother, with the sacred feminine principle, the earth, you know. And this is quite interesting because if you see these little feathers, is a symbol that we see in the day, you know. I want to show you again the day is connected with this. And look here, right here, is the bird that I show you with the little feathers. That's the representation of the symbol Ik. So we have certainly, you know, basis nowadays to say that the Mayans were great scientists, astronomers, mathematicians, but they're saying something very important that we cannot forget. They were great, great people connecting with the love, the light, the abundance, the happiness, the healing, the kindness that we need now to understand the science alone is not producing, you know. Really, we need to change. We need to put together the science with love, the technology with intuition. The love is very important to ascend it to our mind and to make the connection in harmony with the four pillars of our culture, the science, the art, the philosophy, the spirituality. And this precisely why the Mayas built up so many temples. Only in the Yucatan state, we have more than 2,000 ceremonial centers. But the one that we studied with our teacher is precisely, you know, the connection with the Kukulkan's pyramid, who is really is a model, it's a model of the cosmos. This pyramid represents, like an astronomical clock who is telling you what's going on in the universe through the effects of the light and shade phenomena. So I will show you this is possible to understand when we see the solstices. First of all, I want to show you this part. This is the representation of the summer solstice, where the two heads of the serpent are represents the northern, or the north side of the pyramid. So in the moment of the summer solstice at 7 a.m. in the morning, when the sun rises, these two sides of the pyramid were illuminated with the energy of the sun, represented that the United States, Canada, and Mexico enter in the moment of the longest day of the day, who is the summer. But what happened in the winter solstice? Then the pyramid makes the opposite. Then you see the northern hemisphere in shade, and the west side and south in light, meaning that in United States and Canada and Mexico, we enter in our winter, and the southern part of the hemisphere, Argentina, Chile, Peru, they enter in their summer. This pyramid is a magnificent way to understand the genius, the great mathematicians, the great astronomers that the Mayans were. Imagine to build up this pyramid with that, amazing energies and amazing ways to represent, the science, the art, the philosophy, the spirituality, and all the great teachers who existed in that time gave us the opportunity to receive the gift now. But who you are? You are the pyramid. You are the temple. You are the jewel. You have the spirit within you. Express it, manifest it now. This is the time to manifest it. This is the time to express. This is the time to share what you are. Don't let the darkness enter into your temple. Don't let the darkness cover you, and you get depressed and stressed. We need to meditate and pray. We need to dance. We need to sing. We need to see the life in a positive way. Look the children. Look the joy of the pets. Look Mother Nature. Follow the path of Mother Nature. Follow the path of the small ones. This is precisely one of the great messages that we need to understand in this winter solstice, which is coming precisely with a lot of these amazing energies. Then passing to another point, connecting with the winter solstice 2020, is going to be an astronomical event, as many of you know, the link or connection between Saturn and Jupiter. The Mayans call Saturn with the name Ain-ek, A-I-N-E-K, Ain-ek. Ain means lizard, the crocodile. Why did the Mayans call Saturn with a name? And many of you by the astrology know that Saturn, is connected with the lead of our personality. We are going to be receiving the energies to transform the lead of our personality, or in other words, the ego. The negative side of ourselves is going to receive an extra help with the moment when Saturn is going to eat symbolically to transform our energy, through the potent energy of Jupiter, who represents the Father, who is Zeus, who is Jupiter, who is Lord Chak, the one with the lightnings, with the thunders, is Odin, is this great manifestation of Jupiter. So in 2012, we have important stella with the date December 21st, 2012. This stella is here. I just want to tell you something about this stella. This stella was found in a place in Tortuguero, the turtle place, connected with the state of Tabasco, who is about 9 hours southern to in Mexico City. So this stella have different things, but the most important is, I said, that in this time they expecting the descent of the great Lord. The great Lord is called Bolon, B-O-L-O-N, Yocte, who represents the planet Jupiter. The Mayans said that in this time, Jupiter is going to descend, and that is what is coming. The approaching, you know, us and becoming again in that energy that we need. The date was 4 3 Kankin, and they said that the moon, the Venus, are going to bring with this amazing astronomical event, they are going to bring back or to bring down to us the luminous consciousness. So the moment when we are going to be helped to transform by Saturn, who is going to eat the trash, the garbage, the ego. In the other hand, Jupiter is bringing the luminous consciousness to all of us in the moment of that joint conjunction. Imagine how important is going to be this winter solstice. For centuries, generations are being expecting probably these ones like three kings, that were waiting to see where the star is going in order to find the Christ. Imagine how beautiful is. I'm looking, where is my Christ? Where is going to birth my Christ? Well, we are so close to that. In the winter solstice, you are going to see in your heart the birth of your inner Christ. The nest is within you. How beautiful. We are so lucky, my friends and brothers, sisters, to attend physically, to this event, who is magnificent. So they said that with the sacred wisdom that we have, and our Mother Earth connecting with the full moon is going to bring again the connection with Ak, the turtle, the earth. And this is the moment when all these planets, constellations, are going to be ready to receive the descent of Bolon Yokte, who is coming, and this is very interesting, he's coming down through the 9 dimensions of the universe to connect with the planet Earth. They call the 9 pillars. Bolon Yokte is descending to the 9 pillars to our planet to enlighten us, to give us the great manifestation of to awake in our hearts, in our minds, with the profound connection of the transmutation and transformation that Saturn is doing. We are living now. Prepare ourselves. Prepare now. We are so close of that. In the next week, we still have this week to do meditations, to activate our frequencies, to release all this garbage, to release all this negativity. Saturn is helping us. Is the old of the solar system. He is the heart of hearts too in some way. He's the elder of the elders, the kind of kindness, the misericordia of the misericordies. Nobody is perfect. We are here attending because God, Father, Mother, choose us to live this time. And now this is our great moment. Our great time is, to reconnect with this astronomical event. So Bolon Yokte, the God of the 9 pillars, will descend from the sky with the Saturn energy, this, the descending of the sky to give us the great possibility to hold, the stuff, of the thunder. We need again to feel inside the thunder. We need to feel the energy of the lightning. We need, all of us, we need to walk as warriors, you know, as we explain in our next talk about the jaguar, the energy of the jaguar. It's necessary that we have the hummingbird in the morning when we are, opening the eyes, but in the moment of the noon, we are the eagles. We are ready. We are active. And then in the sunset, we are the jaguars. We are ready to check inside us. Check within you. Ask the jaguar to come, your inner warrior, to help you. Don't hesitate this great opportunity. Don't let, your temple be polluted with any negative thought or emotion. This is a great, great opportunity that we need, to do right now. Looking, into another things, in 2003, we have a special meeting with many elders in Chichen Itza. They were elders from all the Mayan world, from Guatemala, from Belize, El Salvador, Mexico, of course. And there was a very special thing that happened precisely in 2003, you know. And one of the sums of synthesis of that is that the messages that were received, in that date, 2003, is that we need to rebalance our body, our soul or consciousness, and our spirit, like a wholeness. Because the teacher said that actually our body is manifesting a different will. So the body is the one who is having the dominion of the other bodies. As we are seven bodies, represented, we need to reconnect in rebalance these bodies, because now the physical body is the one who has the power over us. So we need to meditate. We need to see if that is real in us, and if not, what is in the other levels? How is my consciousness, soul? How is my spirit? We need to return in the pureness of the child to the spirit, ik, and to say that beautiful mantra, kuna, kuna, kuna. I want to belong to the God's house, to the spirit house of God. Come to me, come to me, come to me. Open your heart, open your mind to receive these great energies who are coming. And then, the elder said in the same meeting, we need to call every day the name of the divinity. Pray, mantralize, do your songs, do your meditations, go high with your energies, activate with your mantras that activate with that faith from your heart, and transform yourself in a bubble, in an energy, vibrating energy, who you can do, because we are vibrational beings, as the Mayan said. We have already that energy. We just need to move it. We just need to move it away and to share with the others, all this. To tell, and the next advice was to tell our mother nature, our mother earth, that we love her, that we respect her, and that we love her truly. Sometimes we think, okay, I know that I love mother, this is here. I know that I respect mother, but this is here. I know that I respect mother, it's here. Mother wants us to tell aloud, to say, mother, I love you. Mother, I respect you. Mother, I honor you. And you can do with your glass of coffee, or with your glass of water, or with your meals, or when you walk. in your house or in your garden or in Mother Nature, even in your bed, to feel that great energy, to say, really, Mother, I love you, but say that the Mother feels. Because one thing is to think, but the other is to manifest through your breath, through your spirit, what you really feel within you. That is a big difference when you said, Mother, I love you. Mother, I respect you. Mother, I honor you. That is the manifestation, the crystallization of your deepest energy, of your heart and mind. Thinking is good, but it's here. Heart is when you manifest in connection with your words of sacredness put together in the way you like it and say, Mother, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Because today I'm alive. Because today I have my home. Because today I am here walking. Because today I have food. Because today I have friends and my family. Because today I have this beautiful around me, you know. And then they said, the elder said, that all the changes will begin precisely on June 6th, 2012. And what happened in that date? That date we have physically, by observation, the path, the path of Venus in front of the sun. And many observatories took photos, and you see like a little dot who's crossing in front of the sun. The elder said that is the beginning of the great events, the great changes that we are going to have in the future. So it is coming from, 2003. Then we were right, 2012. And now we are living the prophecies. There are many prophecies, there are many things, and we can read it, we can know. But I want to focus in the positive prophecies of the Mayas. And there is a beautiful one that I want to read it to you. And they said that in the sixth Ahau Katun, we'll have, the seat of this prophecy in Uxmal. Uxmal is the sacred feminine university in the Maya land, who means that it's going to be connected with the sacred energy of Ixchel Ichmucaneh, the mother who represents the divine connection with the nature. This seed brings its own energy. This is fixed to his words that will be fulfilled in time, as this is the word and order that our ancient writings will manifest, the one we have in the folded books of Maya Codex. They said, from the sky, the stars, listen this, the stars will influence the behavior of humankind. Amazing. This Mayans wrote this. And now we're looking, we are looking what's coming, what is coming. This is a beautiful moment. From the sky, the stars will influence the behavior of humankind. And then they said that in the period of the fifth sun, there will come an ascension to an spiritual level in the human beings. How, the ascension, we need to ascend our energies to another level. We are physical, but not only physical. We are etherical, we are emotional, we are astral, we are mental, we are consciousness, we are will, we are spirits. So this is for me an amazing prophecy that is fulfilling right now. In the period of the fifth sun, there will be an ascension to an spiritual level in the human beings. So the Mayans predicted that this is the time when we are going to rise and become ourselves, in another, we can say, beings with another frequency. And that is what's happened astronomically, to all that is what happened. They said too that the humanity will enter in a spiritual transition into another dimension. And many of you know that, I'm sure. Many of you feel that something is happening. The humanity, myself, enter into another spiritual dimension in a transition that we are into another dimension. So this is a great opportunity for all of us to understand that this coming winter solstice, with all these great stelas and codexes and books and dates, are just giving us the great opportunity to understand this astronomical cosmic moment, which is unique in this era for the humankind. And they said another beautiful thing. They say that the prophets from heaven will come back again. The prophets from heaven will come back again. And there are many people. I cannot say to you if they are prophets, but I can see many people giving lectures, giving talks with a great level of consciousness, and I can call them, prophets of the new era. There are people honestly, sincerely, opening their hearts, to share what they know, because this is the time. You know, the prophets from heaven will come back again. And maybe in some point, as we see now, many, many astronomical sky cosmic events, in one moment, we have the manifestation of these ancient prophets, like is telling by the Mayas. From the Pleiades constellation is expecting the comeback of the four great teachers, Balan Kitse, Balan Akab, Mahakuta, Eiki Balan, the great masters who ascended, many years ago from the mountain Hakabits. They disappeared and they went back to the Pleiades constellation, just letting us in the middle of that mountain a package, like a beautiful representation of the knowledge that is written in the books, is written in the stones, is written in the rivers, is written in the trees, is written in the animals, is written in the underworld, is written in the crystals, is written in the sky, is written in every human being. That's why they said, our children will come back to you. And this is what they said. And they said that the Quetzal, the grain, the beautiful bird, a symbol of the Holy Spirit, is going to arrive, is going to return, bringing hope and purification with harmony to all humankind, to all the planet. The return of the Quetzal is the return of the greatest spirit, the eagle in the Native Americans, the bald eagle, the hummingbird, the condor, the great heron, the white heron, the swan, all these great representations, the dove, representation of the great spirit of God, who is coming back in this time. And I hope that we are now in that preparation. We invite you really to do that. Before to finish, I really want like to do a 5 minutes meditation, because I really feel in my heart to share this moment with you. Close your eyes. Take a breath. In this moment, I want you to focus within your heart and your seven, six chakras, fifth chakras, imagining that the Holy Spirit, it's a beautiful hummingbird, is descending, descending, descending to you, doing the healing, the cleansing, the activation of all your sacred gifts in this time to prepare you to receive precisely the winter solstice, the moment of the arrival of the Spirit in your life, looking within you the seed when the sun is shrinking is like your inner Christ who is coming to you. We're going to do the mantra Ku Na, 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 Kuna, 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 Kuna. Kuna, 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 kuna. Father, Mother, please bless all my brothers and sisters in this moment, in this meditation, to open their hearts to you, to open their minds and to heal whatever is necessary in them, in the seven bodies, in the seven chakras, in the seven levels of their energy, to approach in this time of the winter solstice with all these astronomical events and messages to the real truth within them. Ku, na, 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 na, ku, na, ku, na, na, ku, na, ku, na, ku, na, 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 the little seed who is in the nest of your heart is ready to receive the visit of the Spirit, is ready to honor, love, and respect the cosmos and our Mother Earth, our Mother Nature. This is the time we've been calling to be in this planet, to arise our frequencies to another levels, to reconnect again with the one whose name is whispered in a breath, to the one who is Ixchel, Shmukane, Mother Rainbow, Mother of the Light, Grandmother. Thank you, thank you, thank you for this meditation to touch the mind, the soul, and the bodies, the emotions of my brothers and sisters. Thank you, Father. Thank you, Mother. Thank you, Holy Spirit, for the healing moments that they have received. Bless them, bless them, bless all creatures, all the beings. Receive the love. Expand your love. Expand your light. Expand your love. Expand your light. Expand your love. Expand your light. We send love and light, abundance, healing, faith, kindness, harmony, chants, dance, peace to our planet and to all the living beings. So be it, so it is done. So be it, so it is done. So be it, so it is done. In lak'ech, alaken. Take a breathe, fulfilling with light and love all your cells and atoms, your spirit. Take another breath, expanding light and love to the planet, to yourself. Love yourself, love yourself. The third one, and slowly you can open your eyes, return to this consciousness as you feel. Well, it's time for any question, Trudy?
Not really, but I would like to invite everyone to join us on the actual winter solstice on the 21st for a online ceremony.
Okay.
You can just go to the website and register. It's by donation, so please, as many of you as possible. If you have more interest in learning more about this, there's the Thursday Jaguar session, which is again at 11 o'clock Central Time, and learn more about the inner Jaguar. So I really appreciate everybody showing up today. It's been a wonderful group, and Miguel Angel, thank you. That I found that very, very powerful.
Thank you. Thank you for your questions. Thank you. Many blessings.
Bye now.
Thank you, Miguel Angel.
Thank you.
Thank you, Trudy.
Thank you.